Well, it is Luke, and today we are going to be talking about Amazon softwares for beginners. So basically, if you're getting started with Amazon, what sort of softwares would I say are essential for you as the bare minimum, and what I would do? Because as a brand new seller to Amazon, you want to be not having a massive amount of expenses before you actually start not only buying that stock, but then selling that stock, and then sort of rinse and repeat. You don't want to be hemorrhaging your cash. You may have a light budget, and you want to be careful at the beginning, but also make sure you're getting the right software to give you the right analysis, the right tools, basically to help you obviously succeed into finding not only the right products, but making a profit as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go over to my free guide, and you can go ahead and just grab yourself a free guide by going to the Mr. FBA UK website and going straight away to get your free guide. But I'm going to talk about the main bits on this guide, just to so you don't have to worry. You can obviously go through and have a look all yourself in the background. But this is what I would say. So always download the free tools. This is a free tool here. Go ahead, use the link, grab it for free, no problems. I use it still. And all it does is it gives you the rank, the ASIN, and the FBA sellers here. And that's a real quick way of checking that the product is what you want. Now what I mean is, lower the ranking, the more sales within reason. It's more of a lagging indicator, meaning this is obviously based on historical sales, past sales, not potentially most recent. So that's like over, that's like almost like an average. So you have to actually go and have a look at the more recent, maybe the last couple of days, the last week. Make sure nothing changes. But on the offset, it's a quick indicator to check. Yep, I'm in the right ballpark. It's not 300,000 rank and doesn't sell. And also number of sellers. If there's no FBA sellers, sometimes that's a red flag. If you've got some, or Amazon, I don't sell anything that Amazon sells. So if I see that, I will straight away go, no, next one. And it's just a very quick way of gauging these, these data points to quickly make a decision. And again, you can see some of them have like 3 FBA sellers there. Perfect. It's just see that other sellers are selling it, and there's a bit of competition. So it gives you that quick indicator. So straight on to the essential. So I have a Keeper. I subscribe to it, and it looks like this. But this is because when I started many years ago, there was pretty much not a lot around. Camel was another one as well. And I still use the Keeper chart, but really what you want to be doing, of course there's videos and stuff if you want to take a look, is you want to be getting BuyBotPro. Now the reason you want to be getting BuyBotPro is because you actually have, you can review it in the video, is because you have a graph like this, which is essentially a Keeper pulled through integration. So it's the data from Keeper, which is up here, which is why it looks similar, is pulled through into BuyBotPro. And what you can then do with that is you can then obviously look at the same bits of data that you would from Keeper, but in here. But the reason you should be getting this over that is that Keeper only is the graph, ultimately. But with BuyBotPro, you've got so much more that you can use. And you can't just really use that by itself as that's the only software. You also need a software which is going to be able to analyze if it's okay to sell, for example. Are you okay to sell it? And give you some little tidbits of information like average number of sellers in the past, which is nice to know for a beginner. It also means that you can calculate your profits, which is very, very important, because every single item has different fees, and so you need to actually know if you're making a profit. And just with this Keeper graph, or just with this software here, it's very well. You can. I don't know if you might be able to work it out, but as a beginner, that's the last thing you want to be doing, guessing. Even for me, I'd have to go away and try to figure out if there's a way. But you're getting all of this only for £17.95 plus VAT, when the Keeper up here is like €15 itself. So it's a no-brainer basically, and you can get some. I think it's 14 days of free trial. And if you want to use my affiliate link, you can, just to help out the channel. No pressure. You don't have to use it. You can just go into the website by yourself. And yeah, I've had this for so many years now, and it's got so much. It's got more than just this, but I use it for the essentials, calculating the profits, calculating. It says there, can I sell it? Yes. that's quite an important thing as a new beginner seller. You can't sell everything. You kind of restricted quite a lot as a brand new seller, and so you just want to be making sure that you're not buying things that you can't even sell. And also you want to, you're kind of like second guessing your decision making at this point because you're new, and so you want to be able to back up everything you think you know with like a confirmation point, which is something that BuyBotPro would have. And so you can just go on straight away and find out if you're right, and if you're wrong, it saved you from buying something that's wrong, a bad buy. So let's just pull through into some of the other essentials. I would definitely say get the suspension safeguard. So you can actually get it here. This is a suspension safeguard option as part of BuyBotPro. So when you go to sign up, you can actually get it added on. A little bit more expensive, but not it's like £8 more, I think, or something. And it just means that if you ever have an account problem, like you get, I don't know, account suspension, basically it means that you can't sell anymore, you can go to them. The link's actually there, yeah, so that's the link you would use, the BuyBotPro and suspension safeguard. You would go and they would basically give you template and everything you need to know about how to go and reactivate your account. Of course, it's not a guarantee, but I use it and I love it. And most people I know, if they really have a problem, they go to them and they're, after a bit of time, are able to resolve the situation with Amazon. And if you don't have it, many sellers don't really know what they're doing. They reply sort of not properly, or not professionally, because Amazon like it very professional, and they don't get their account back. So for me, that's definitely another essential. And some of the other bits you can look at, I'm not going to go over all of them because I'm only going to go over the essentials, as I mentioned. And this is not something that's necessarily essential as a beginner, but it's something you should be aware of from the offset. The reason it is because as soon as you start selling maybe a 30, 40, 50 products, you want to have some sort of automated profit calculator. Of course, you've got to be starting to make a bit of profit to then have this as a viable option after. So don't take this out right away, but it will be the next step for me after what I've just gone over. Because you want to be able to maximize your sales, which then maximizes profits by setting automated prices, so it moves automatically, and that's what you really want, because otherwise your prices will not be competitive throughout the day, and you'll have to manually go and adjust those yourself. And if you're manually adjusting them and you're taking an hour to go and adjust prices, you're losing out on sales, you're just losing the amount of profit. So after you've got a certain amount of listings, where to the point where you just can't stay on top of them, this will pay for itself, and the price of it is actually something like, you would just start off in the smallest package here, £30. So if you can sell 30 items a month from this software, because it's basically getting you in that buy box quicker, that's essentially when you want to be getting it. So you will be able to decide that for yourself. I'd always say probably get it sooner rather than later, but don't get it if you only have 10 listings, because you can go and do that yourself. You want to keep costs down. So at the beginning, first 3 months, keep your costs as low as possible. Don't feel like you've got to go and get all these softwares and services. If you need them because you really are stuck, maybe give it a go for a month and just try them out. Maybe you'll find it works great, and maybe you'll find it's not so good for you and you want to look at other options. But as a very, very beginner, look at that Keeper integrated BuyBotPro subscription, and also master and really focus and get good at figuring out what pieces of information are great and helpful, and just get smart, get smart with the software. And I got some free tutorial guides on my website and on the YouTube channel, Mr. FBA UK. Just search me on YouTube. I got some BuyBotPro. I got a bit of everything really. Anything you need to find, it's going to be there. Tutorials and reviews and all that kind of thing. So there's plenty of stuff to go through if you are sort of unsure. But yeah, going to leave the video there. Hopefully that's enough to get you started, and I'll see you on the next one.